The talk topic for this webinar is about how to let go and forgive yourself, and how to let go and forgive others. You see, this topic is such an important topic because it is fundamental to our suffering, in life. You see, I hear so many people talk about it's important to forgive and let go and let God and forgive others and that, and of course forgive yourself. So I want to just go a little bit deeper into that, what it is and how to forgive. You see, to understand this topic, we have to understand you have to go back to the key thing that makes this relevant, like that. And that key thing is that sense of doubting that sense of goodness in our heart, like our being, our identity. Doubting that goodness in us, When we doubt that goodness in us, what happens is that then these, what you call judgments of others towards us as what's as good and bad, And when we basically receive judgments of others as we grow up, like that, then we basically feel, when we get judged, that we're bad. We basically feel guilty. We feel guilty. And when you feel guilty, that's like, the energy that comes to me is, it's like chewing gum inside you. It's like you're eating a kilo of chewing gum inside you, and it's just like stuck inside you like this. Guilt is like that. It's yucky. It's really yucky. It just clogs up your whole system. It will make you sick. You won't sleep well. It will make you angry. You're angry because you know you're not bad. So you just want to scream to others, stop saying I'm bad. Even when others are not even saying you're bad, you still want people to don't call me bad. Even though they're not. But it's just inside us, we have that guilt inside us. So forgiveness is when you actually let go of that guilt. And when you let go of that guilt, is really you're letting go that, or you're disbelieving that judgments of others having on you. And therefore you believe that, therefore you start to have judgments on yourself, like that. And that judgments of yourself, you believe that, and you believe the judgments of others that you're bad, and yourself that you're bad, is because you basically doubt, or when we doubt that we are nothing but goodness. We are nothing but goodness. it's actually not possible for us to be bad. It's actually not possible. It doesn't matter what we've done. You know, like, see, those actions that we've done that are deemed bad, the action might be deemed bad, but we are not bad. We are not bad. See, that's why Gandhi says, don't hate others, hate their action, but don't hate them. Don't hate them. You see, so it's critical that we understand all that for us to be able to forgive ourselves and forgive others, like that. To forgive yourself, that means it's not just a matter of saying, I forgive myself, but what it means is you have to dig deep and understand who you are. You have to dig deep and understand who you are. You have to dig deep and understand and know that who you are is a being of goodness and love, and beauty. Oh, it's just that beauty in you. And that beauty is in everyone, because we're all one. The highest truth is we're all one. That's not a philosophy. We're all one. Knowing that, remembering that. When you remember that, then suddenly your guilt and self-judgments, it basically just disappears and vanishes. It just disappears and vanishes, like that. And of course, when you don't have judgments of yourself, the judgments of others will disappear straight away, like that. So, guilt, forgiveness, is really letting go of the feeling I'm bad, like that. So I'm going to share with you how to get rid of that. That I'm bad, like that. But before I do, I just want to share with you just a few things, very briefly, in my life that kind of relates to a little bit how to kind of let go, how to disbelieve, that you're bad, because we grow up and thinking we're constantly reminded that we're bad. I remember not the first, but when I was very young, when I first came to Australia, as a refugee from Vietnam, then to Malaysia, on refugee camp, and then to Australia. And the first few months in Australia, I crossed the main highway from, I stayed with my sisters, me, my father, and my brother, living with my sister and her husband and her child. See, I crossed this highway, and then I just crossed this highway all the time, all the time. I was 9-10 years old, something like that. So I crossed this highway. I was just a little child, and this lady said to me, she saw me across the road, and she saw me on the other side. She saw me crossing the road, this major road, by myself, crossing the road, and she pointed at me like this. She said, naughty boy, like this. And I looked at her like, I don't understand why I'm a naughty boy. Because I cross this road nearly every day. Like my father trusts me that I can cross this road, like that. And if you come from Vietnam, you cross roads like this all the time. So there's nothing, this road. And I couldn't understand. She kept on saying, don't cross the road by yourself like that. Naughty boy. Like this. And of course, I didn't believe her. I'm not naughty, like this. So, and of course, throughout my life, I grew up, you know, like basically, people put you down, you know. And growing up, you know, they used to, my family, because my skin was always dark because I was in the sun a lot. You know? My family used to say, my brother is handsome because he's more white skin, and I'm darker. So I was the ugly one. I was the ugly one, you know, out of the two boys. You know, the 6 girls and 2 boys with the same mother, like this. So I was the ugly one. But then I used to kind of, it sinks into you, you know. It sinks into you thinking you're ugly because, like, they don't say you're ugly, but they kind of imply you're ugly. Like they say nicely, like, your brother is handsome, you're not like that. That's how they say you're ugly, you know, like this. And I used to say to him, I used to have thick skin. I used to say to him, look, I may not be as handsome as my brother. Like, I believed him there. See, I may not be as handsome as my brother. See, I somehow believed him. Why? Why do I believe him? But I believed him because I was young. But I said to him, in Vietnamese, I say, con không đẹp trai mà con dễ thương. Con không đẹp trai mà con dễ thương. That means I say, I am not handsome, but I am cute. I'm cute. I have a cute face that people like me. I used to tell people, you know. I used to tell, like, when they say that to me or imply like that, and they used to look at me. They just shake their head, you know, because they don't intend to hurt my feelings, but it's just conditioning, you know. People just say these things. They don't know what they're saying, and then of course, that kind of like it didn't like went into more deeply into my being. But as a young kid, like, you get affected. Growing up, you think you're ugly. Like this. And of course, you know, as you get older, you know, you kind of slowly, you know, that stays with you. And it was only when I started, like, the more, what I found interesting, that you might find this really interesting too, is that when I started doing a lot of spiritual practice, you know, when I started doing a lot of meditation and kindness to others and all this type of stuff, I started looking in the mirror. Every time I look in the mirror, I just look at myself like, wow, I look really bright. I look really bright and really beautiful. I look really nice, really beautiful and bright, like that. And the more I kind of look at myself, you know, not that every day I check myself in the mirror, but from time to time when I see myself in the mirror, the more I do spiritual practice, that's after I started my spiritual journey, like in my early 20s, then I started feeling more beautiful about myself, you know, like this. So what I'm saying is this: first thing for you to forgive yourself is you got to have thick skin. You got to have thick skin. In other words, you just know that others who put you down and judge you, you just know that they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're saying. They might mean to, or they don't mean to. It doesn't matter. They don't know. I used to have that mindset. They don't know, like that. You see, and then I kind of try my best to not believe them. So that's the first thing. You got to have that thick skin and know you don't believe him. Because when you don't believe him, what you're really saying is, I am not bad. I am good. You know, I'm full of goodness. But if you do that, that helps a lot, but it's not enough. That's not enough. Because once that judgment of others and that makes you kind of like look at you and start judging yourself. You start seeing yourself as bad. Because that's energetic, you see. It kind of goes in your subconscious, it's energetic. So you can't clear that out easily. So you start to doubt. You start to doubt your goodness, You're full of goodness as your natural spirit or your natural being, your inborn goodness. You cannot be any other way, Any other thing is just a judgment of others, or you might, even if you've done what you call things that's what you realize that's not who you are, doesn't vibrate with you anymore. You just let go of that. You just let go. You let go of that, and then you know who you are. You are a being of goodness. But what I'm saying is, what we need to clear out that doubt that we're nothing but goodness, love and goodness. What we need to do to clear that out, we need to basically collect almost like evidence that we are good. Now, that doesn't mean we're proving to others, going around proving to others that I'm good. It doesn't mean that. It's what it means is you gotta collect good deeds and kind deeds, many good deeds and kind deeds, so that it helps you to remember that. See what it is we are full of goodness. We are the embodiment of love and goodness. But the problem is we forgot who we are. We doubt that. So what we need to do is we have to basically pretend that we are good, even though we are naturally good. We have to pretend that we are good, and we do good actions, kind actions. So we collect evidence, to convince that doubt, to clear that doubt out, that we are good. And when we clear that doubt out, then suddenly you start to remember that you're full of goodness. Not that you're goodness because you've done those good deeds, but the fact that you out convince your doubt, and then suddenly you start to see yourself then as goodness and love. So see, when you understand that, what I'm saying, it's really simple. It's really simple. It really makes sense. So what you do then is you got to do a lot of kind deeds in your life. To forgive yourself, you got to do a lot of kind deeds in your life. A lot of kind deeds. You start to do that. And like I've got a spiritual practice where it's called Wonderful Being Practice. Where in there you spend a minute or two each day to do something loving and kind. So you do it every day just like that, and in 365 days in 1 year, you've got 365 days, not days, but like actions of kindness. So like if you do that every day, 365 actions of kindness, you'll be able to convince your doubting mind, hey, you don't know what you're saying. You don't know who I am. Like, why are you saying I'm bad? Have you seen like all my actions, 365 kind deeds? Have you done that? Have you seen how many people do that in your life? Look what I've done. Thanks but no thanks. You'll be speaking to your mind like that. See? You won't doubt yourself. And this is a natural, organic process. That's what we've got to do. Another thing we've got to do is go and watch all the replays of the healing that I do. All the healing that I do. One world healing, to receive, to that cleanse out that doubt, that negativity, that doubt thinking you're bad, like that. So that, see, when you watch that, my being will cleanse that, help you cleanse that doubt out of you. You know, so easy, so easy, so easy. Just watch that replay. Close your eyes, and just feel me doing that through the video, like that. You know, and many people are doing that, and it works really well. That's another thing you can do. You know, and I'll be putting a lot more videos out in the next month or so. I'll be putting a lot of videos out that I'll be specifically clearing all these guilt and all these energies, different videos for different things. So keep an eye out for that. You know, so you can watch that, and that'll just help you clear it out. Basically, I am constantly thinking of ways that is the easiest for people, you know, the easiest for people, you know, so that they don't have to do too much, you know, and they benefit from these healing like that. So that's another thing you can do, and of course I'll put another video out as well. I'll just take away. Release all the pain from you, you know. Because every pain that you have is thinking that you're bad. Every pain, I don't care what it is, that thinking that you're bad, you know, will lead that, it make you feel like just heart pain, and then it leads to physical illness and mental illness, like that. Another method. You know, another method. I'm going to release heaps of videos to help this type of thing. But another method, you gotta learn how to meditate. Because when you meditate properly, that'll bring your awareness into the present moment. And every second that you're in the present moment, that helps you to remember your divine being, your divine goodness and love and beauty. So that helps you to create that remembrance, direct remembrance of yourself, of your higher self. And of course, the more you remember your divine aspect of you, your beautiful divine aspect of yourself, you'll forget the bad aspect of yourself, which is not even you. That's put in by others, like that. So you've got to learn how to meditate, and you've got to learn how to meditate properly. You know, properly. One master said beautifully, tons of theories has less value than 1 gram of practice. You know, so when we practice, you know, not just practice, we've got to practice. You know, it can't be just theoretical. And I heard another person say, one person told me, practice doesn't make perfect. I said, what do you mean? Practice doesn't make perfect. He said, perfect practice makes perfect. That was my tennis coach when I was growing up. He said, perfect practice makes perfect. So you've got to practice a serve with perfect technique for you to play the shot perfectly. Otherwise, you'll be practicing the wrong technique. It won't become perfect. So make sure you do meditation practice, and make sure you know how to do the meditation perfectly. Perfectly. So I've got videos recently. It's been released. You know, so watch the videos. Watch the videos on how to meditate, perfect meditation. You know, watch that, and so you learn how to meditate properly. To meditate properly is easy. It's not hard. It's not a hard thing. It is basic stuff. You know, it's much harder to graduate from university. It's much harder to write a 2,000 essay at university. You know, it's much harder. It's to meditate properly. It's really easy. You know, it's really easy. You know, like you just got to concentrate really well, focused. You got to focus. Have one point. to focus on. And you got to focus correctly with your awareness. And then you got to know when you're focused that you know you are in focus. Like that. So you're not in your head thinking rubbish, future thoughts, past thoughts. Essentially that's that. But watch my my longer video on that topic, so you learn how to meditate properly. And go on the website and download the guided meditation, and that way you learn how to meditate properly as well. Like that. So they're there's so many ways, but they're the most simple ways like that. And of course, last thing, I won't speak much more because I'm out of time, is just directly surrender and let go whatever pain, whatever guilt you've got. Just let go to the source. Just pray to God. Just let go. Just let God take it away. They say let go and let God, Just take it away. Like that. And don't think of any more. Like that. Anyway, that's my talk today on how to let go of your guilt, and just that way, when you let go, you really forgive yourself. You really forgive yourself, and when you're able to forgive yourself and let go like that, immediately you forgive others. Anyone that caused you pain in the past, naturally you let that go. You won't hold on to the blaming them. You let that go, because it doesn't benefit you or them. It's making you sick and them sick. So just be courageous and you just let go.